But we're going to move on, not to MCU, but to Toy Story news. So Toy Story 5 is something that me and Nan have been, I think, openly not aggressive, but we we disagree with the choice that this movie is existing or going to exist in the near future. And Nan, I really want to get your perspective on the new rumors that have come out recently. So some insiders have found out the stuff on some little plot details here. So apparently, Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head will be returning for it, but they'll be recasted. Both actors have passed away since Toy Story 4. So you do have that at play. It may feel different. We don't know. It really depends on who they bring in to cast and to voice those characters. The big news, however, is that Andy is going to be returning as an adult, and his family, they're going to play a part in the plot. So we've gone from So Long partner to Howdy partner in Toy Story 5. How do you feel about that?
Oh, they should have just ended it at three. Like you're not gonna beat Toy Story three's ending, and you're sure as shit I'm not gonna beat Toy Story four's ending. So how is this going to end? How would Andy even come? The toys are separate now. Buzz and his crew went one way, and Woody stayed with Bo Peep. It's like, are they going to go back to the fucking carnival thing where Woody is, and then oh shit, they'll track down Buzz, and oh there we go, cool. I'll take you into my family, you can play with my kids. Fuck, I don't know. Jesus, just I think this is unwanted, but because it's Toy Story, we've had four bangers in a row. Um, yeah, I won't doubt it on this film being fantastic because you can't bet against Toy Story.
Mm,
It is one of
yeah,
those it's one of those few franchises where it's just consistently consistent. Those high 90s for each one.
100%. Yep.
But these rumors, they don't really get me that excited. I mean, I don't really. We've already seen Andy say goodbye. I don't want to see him again because we already said goodbye. Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, I get it why they want to come. They're staples in the franchise, so you sort of have to have them there. But hopefully these are just what it is, rumors and not actual details.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm basically in agreement with that. It's a very frustrating point of view to have because on one side of things, it's like, okay, the third one ended it perfectly. And when I say perfectly, I'm always a person that says, perfection is something that you can't get. Toy Story 3 got to perfection with its ending, like one of the best trilogy endings of all time. Like there is no doubt about it. And then the fourth one came out, and I think everyone that I knew was like, why? I thought they ended it. And then we saw that they actually kind of justified its existence, and they provide another compelling end, and it was another really, really strong entry into a franchise that is honestly one of the best of all time. And here we are again with the fifth one. And it's like they ended the fourth one perfectly. They ended the third one perfectly. When does this trilogy end? But at the same time, you can't sit there and be like, oh, this is dumb. They shouldn't do this or it shouldn't be made. They already ended it because we've been through this before. We had this Toy Story 4 and it was a great film. If Disney can nail this, then I don't know who we to just really sit here and be like, oh, you can't really do the ending for this. It does make it quite a conflicting perspective to have. So I guess that's where I really fit in terms of Andy returning. Like, I don't know how you can do it. I don't know how you can do it honestly because if he returns as an adult and then this kid plays with them and then the toys grow up with him, then that's just stupid to me because it's just so unlikely, and it just wouldn't be like realistic in any kind of way at all. Even for a children's movie, it doesn't make sense. Um, how his toys could survive about at least 15 to 20 years without Andy, and then just, oh, he comes back and his kids are there and they'll play with him. yeah, and how Andy would even recognize those toys again and know that it was theirs because I guarantee they would, decompose and be kind of destroyed because they are toys and not humans. It just doesn't make sense for me. If he's there as in like I don't know, Buzz and Woody reunite somehow. I can see Buzz and Woody reuniting pretty easily, but let's say, they see Andy and they try to get him back and it doesn't work because sure, it won't work and it shouldn't work. They just kind of admired where Andy's been and how far he's going and how he has kids. I could see that working if the last shot's like I don't know, like them like looking at him and you got this Toy Story score really bursting and stuff like that, and it's like, oh, I'm proud of you, partner, or something like that. I could see that, not that exact line, but I could see that working and just kind of bringing the franchise to full closure for the third time. Then yeah, then it can work. But yeah, it's a very hard thing to do to bring Andy in and cap off this franchise. And at this point, honestly, I don't know if they're going to cap off the franchise. They might just open it up for future things. Yeah, if they do this, Nan, for Toy Story 5, it should this be the last one?
Well, I said that about three and I was wrong, and then I said that about four and I was wrong. So if I say it now, I'm just going to be wrong.
Yeah,
Like what they should do is they should have capped it off at Toy Story 4 because that's the last one, and Toy Story 5 should have been set about on different toys, and a different character, different human. You're still keeping that Toy Story name, but you're just going more deeper into the Toy Story universe, so to speak. I
mm,
think that there'll be a more interesting concept than trying to like shoehorn Andy and stuff like that. You
yeah,
could even have a cameo of Woody and Buzz in there, in this new sort of
mm,
spin-offy Toy Story. They can cameo, so it's you still have that nostalgia there.
yeah,
But just having it as a direct sequel to 1, 2, 3, and 4 is just this, people are started. I will start to question why this exists for. I mean, they'll definitely go see it because it's Toy Story,
yeah,
but it's just how many times can lightning strike before you get zapped and died?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just don't know how long they can keep doing Toy Stories with the exact same characters because the Toy Story franchise has been around longer than I've been alive. Um, and
I
that's
can't
just
say
an
the same.
I know you can't. But yeah, no, I think that's just insane, and it's honestly, yeah, it's too long. It's too long for a franchise. Yeah, it has to end at some point. Um, when it's
Yeah.
something like this, so I think if Toy Story 5 does really, have all this kind of stuff, it needs to be a movie that passes it on to other toys because I think we need that. It would be interesting. I really want to see the Toy Story franchise with completely new characters and a new child and all this kind of stuff, and just have a new Toy Story for the new generation because we've aged really well with the Toy Story franchise. Like, Andy was a child when we were a child, and Andy was a teenager when we were a teenager, and now he's an adult when we're an adult. So yeah, I think it's going to be something that we can really resonate with quite powerfully, but at some point you got to hand it off to the next generation, and
Definitely.
that's what they need to do with this one, I think. But yes,